Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another amazing car review episode. And in today's video, we have a very amazing car to look at. We have a small city compact hatchback car. It's basically a Kadidu, which is very popular here in Kenya. As well as we'll be looking into the reason why people prefer these cars compared to its of course its competitors cars like the Paso. We're also talking about the Honda Fit. We will also be looking at what are the areas that this car performs better as compared to the cars like the Nissan Note. So pay attention as we get to go through this discussion. I'll be your host. My name is Willie. And of course, if it's your first time coming across my videos or coming across this channel and you get excited whenever you get to hear about cars, make sure you hit the subscribe button, which is just below here. Turn on the notification bell, and of course, we will really appreciate you being part of our team. So let's just go ahead, guys. You get to look into details. Remember, we are talking about things like the motor that gets to power this car. We also be looking into things like, of course, the interior advancement. And the car that we'll be looking into today goes by the name is called the Toyota Vitz, the hybrid version. So stick along as we have an entire conversation ahead of us. Well, guys, with the Toyota Vitz Hybrid, it's a bit different as compared to its predecessors. Remember, this is a car which it was debuted from way back. We're talking about 1999, and this car has been in our Kenyan market for a long time. We're talking more than 2 decades, and guys, there have been a lot of advancement in terms of fuel consumptions, the performance of the car, also the look of the car. So all that we'll be looking into, and we will be starting with the exterior features that you'll be seeing with the new Toyota Hybrid. So looking at the front part, we are talking about the nose guard, the front face. You'll see this car is very different from the older version. I'm sure you must have seen this car in our Kenyan roads, and right now they're trending with the number plates around KD something. Mostly the hybrid category, they are in that line. As you can get to see, this is the new body look. From the front part, guys, you can see we are talking about a very different bumper look that has these trims, the black trims, whereby you can see also with the Toyota Vitz Hybrid do comes with the fog lights, which are very essential, especially when you're cruising at night. We're also talking about things like the very powerful BMI beam headlights, which are they do have also advancement. Like for example, they can get to lower depending with the region at which you're cruising. You can guess also you'll be in a position the car gets to give you the ability either to lower them or even to raise them depending on where you're cruising. So those are just some of the features that you'll be noticing from the front parts. Of course, guys, with the Toyota Vitz, this is its brand identity. It do have this logo, but looking at the rear part, you'll be seeing it has the Toyota logo, as you can see here. And also another thing to notice with the hybrid is the fact that with the hybrid, you see the logo has some blue colors in the logo, as well as on the side. Let me see whether I have on the side. You'll see an image whereby it's also and of course branded over there. It's a hybrid, and of course the hybrid, as we'll be looking at the engine or what's under the hood, we'll be seeing more advancement, which also gets to help when it comes to fuel consumption and of course the performance of the car. So as I said, guys, looking from the side view, you can see for the side mirrors, most of these cars do comes with the side blinkers on the side mirrors, as well as the side mirrors. They are also electric powered, meaning you can get to fold them by just pressing a button. So with the Toyota Vitz, they do come with the standard wheel size of around 15-inch, but you'll also be seeing other versions coming with the 14-inch wheels, which of course they really help the car to have the stability, especially when you're cruising at very high speeds. So for the colors, they may vary. We're talking about colors like black, blue, white, which is the most popular. We have white as well as the silver. For the color, it will all depend with your preference. So apart from the unique front bumper view, looking at the rear part of this car, it has very strong these LED tail lights. The rear lights there, of course, are very unique to show the advancement also in that sector, as well as they do have this rear wiper, which gets to to clean up the rear door, especially when you're cruising in places which is either dusty, muddy. It gets to give you the ability, of course, to clean up by just pressing some few buttons in the driver's cabin. So we do have the Toyota logo, as I said. The of course the name of the car is Vitz, Toyota Vitz, and this is a pure Toyota car. So it's not like the parcel that whereby I was telling you it was manufactured out of partnership between Toyota and Daihatsu, but this one is purely a Toyota car. So we'll be looking at the rear, the interior, but that we'll be doing later. So it's important to understand that with the Toyota, it's a hatchback. It do have 5 doors, meaning it has four on the side doors, as well as one rear door boot. So it's very important also to note that. So as I said, there are some cars they do comes with the alloy rims. Some they do comes with just metal rims. But all in all, the wheels get the job done, and of course, they really help the car to cruise with much ease. So as I said, guys, you can see from the front punch, you can as well know whether it's a hybrid by just this blue color you'll be seeing on the logo. The blue color you can see it on the front logo as well as on the real logo. Also, some they do come with the name hybrid on the side. So for the side, for the signals, they are all incorporated in these big headlights. Remember, just like puzzles, you'll be seeing the signal lights also right here, almost on the tip of that headlights, as well as for those ones which have the side blinkers, that's a plus. But remember, that's not a standard feature that comes with all the Toyota Vitz. So that's all you need to know about this car from the external part of the car. So as well as I said, it's a hatchback and a small car to do. So now let's just go ahead and get a look at what gets to power this car. Well, guys, looking at what's under the hood, we are talking about the motor that gets to power this car. Remember, it's a Toyota Vitz Hybrid, meaning there are more advancement that you'll be seeing that comes with this car as we get to move further. So first thing first, it's important to understand that the Toyota Vitz Hybrid uses an engine. It's called the 1Z, the 1NZ. So these are very powerful motor. And this particular version that we are looking at, guess it's a 1500cc car. That's the engine capacity of this car. Basically, a 1.5 liter engine, which gets to give out around 73 horsepower. So it's very important to understand that. And with this Toyota Vitz, it's a 4-cylinder engine, of course, coming up with 16 valves, which is very crucial for us to understand as we get to have this discussion. So also another important thing to know about this car is that it do have the double overhead camshaft, meaning it has two camshafts on the top of the engine, which one allows, of course, more air to come to the engine, while the other camshaft, its purpose is to push out the exhaust gas which have already been burned. So it's very important for us to understand that. Also, you can see here the engine, of course, is written VVTi, meaning it's a hybrid optimized, meaning it do have some advancement with the engine, and as I said earlier, it gets to give out around 73 horsepower, which is sufficient enough to push this engine to its top, to its of course the car to its top speed. So when it comes to fuel consumption, this car is known for efficiency. Remember, it's meant for, it was basically manufactured for city errands, moving around short distances, and it can comfortably take you 34.4 kilometers with just 1 liter. That's as per Japanese ways of gauging the fuel consumption, but more or less is somewhere there when it comes also here in Kenya. So it's also important to understand that this car do comes in combination. The engine comes in combination with the transmission system. We're talking about an automatic gear system, and this particular one, it uses the electronic continuous variable transmission, which is the ECVT. So unlike its earlier predecessors, this one uses CVT. And remember, with the CVT, it really helps the car to have smooth acceleration, smooth transition when it comes to different gears. And of course, it makes the car also to be easy to drive. So that's also something to note with the Toyota Vitz Hybrid. So also another thing to know with these cars that are the hybrid version, most of them, they're coming up with an inbuilt battery types. We're talking about the nickel metal hydride. These are, mostly here people talking about the NIM MH. So these mostly is the battery system that comes with this hybrid. And of course, if you need to replace them, you'll need to go to a specialist, because they are not just normal batteries. They are very, very special and more complicated as what we are used to earlier. So it's also important for us to understand that. Remember, this engine is called the 1NZ, and it's a very, 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 very efficient and fuel economic engine, as well as it's a very, very reliable engine to have in your car. So it's important to understand, if you are to compare between Passo and Toyota Vitz, I would every day, any day, consider going for Vitz. Is easy to maintain. Of course, in terms of performance, it's much better, as well as its reliability and of course efficiency beats Toyota Passo anytime. So that's all you need to know about the motor that gets to push this car. And of course, it's also important to understand, guys, looking at these images, you can see we do have these the engine, and as I said, it do have a hybrid battery underneath here, because it also comes with a motor which also gets to boost the power of the car. So you'll be seeing the battery placed below the rear seat. So now, guys, it will be right. We go to the interior of the car. We get to see also upgrades when it comes to the interior features and what makes it stand out as compared to its predecessors. Well, looking at this dashboard, you can see it's a very, very advanced and well-looking dashboard. We are talking about the recent Toyota. We are talking about the Toyota Vitz Hybrid. You can see, looking at the driver's cabin, we have a couple of controls over here. You can see for this one, let me start by explaining this one. You can see this blank space. This whereby it has already been removed. The screen, you can see, like for this one, so you get to remove that whenever you get to move around, so that it's just a safety precaution. Looking at the driver's cabin, starting here on the steering, we do have these extra buttons. These are just an extension control system of the infotainment system of the radio, or either the touch screen over there. You can get to control it from here, from the volume. If it's a next button, you can get to control it at this point. And of course, it's also a safety precaution, because you don't need to keep moving around here. You keep your hands still on the steering wheel. So as I said, you can see it's an automatic transmission system. We have the control here. Do have, of course, space for extra for placing cups. We're talking about, do have a couple of cup holders from the doors over here. You can see we also have here extras on the center console. For the infotainment system, as I said earlier, it do come with either Bluetooth radio, of which gets to support both AM and FM radio. Some do comes with a touch screens over here. Some you may find they don't have, so that's not a standard spec that you'll be seeing in every Vitz out there. But one thing to note is that I do also come with the climate control. This one could be either manual or either automatic. It depends with the car that you get, the specific car that you get for that case. But it do have the control system, meaning the climate control system, meaning you can get to control the temperatures in that car. Let's talk about the seats of this car. So basically, uh, from the company, it do comes with either an upgraded fabric upholstery. But there are those people who go an extra mile to do customization and they get these aftermarket leather seats, which makes the car look a bit more fancy. But in most cases, you'll be seeing these just aftermarket upgrades. But standard, you'll be seeing this car do comes with an upgrade of fabric upholstery seats, which are much comfortable. But I won't lie to you, they are not leather heated. Those ones, they are mostly for those extreme trims of the car. So for the case of the windows, they are electric powered. You get to control them by just pressing some buttons over here. For the case of the dashboard, it's a very nice and of course easy to understand drivers dashboard over there. So looking at for the case of the safety measures of this car, it do comes with a couple of airbags. We have the passenger's airbag over here, and of course we have the driver's airbag, which is just placed in the middle of the steering. So it's very important to understand that. Looking talking about the space of this car, it might look small from the outside, but going in, it has ample space. We are talking about from the legroom, the headroom, as well as the boot space, which can also be increased by just sliding these rear seats to be flat. And of course, remember these seats, they do split 60-40 to have more space for the car. For the case of the space, the car can have enough space, especially if you're looking to carry more luggage. And of course, in combination with the motor that gets to power this car, it really helps the car to be an ideal for so many people, especially if you are to maneuver in the city. The small size helps when it comes to parking, and of course maneuvering the heavy traffic. That car, the size of course really gets to help in that. So basically that's all you need to know about the Toyota Vitz Hybrid. More specs about the engine we'll be updating you as we'll be having more new generations coming up. And of course, hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and I will really appreciate you telling me which other car you'd like me to do a review. Talk to me on the comment section. Peace guys for now.